Hi, this is Brittany Drozd, and welcome to another opportunity to be your best self. I was recently encountered with one of those really difficult situations where you had to share a message that you knew the recipient probably didn't want to hear. So, who's ever been in one of these situations? Either you had to ask your boss for some time off that you knew was going to be really difficult for them to grant, or you had to confront your in-laws about something, or maybe you had to tell your spouse something that you knew they really didn't want to hear. So, what do we do when we know that this situation is upon us? Well, most of us, if you're like me, you procrastinate. How can I put this off? How can I try and find my way around this? Can I write it in a card? Like, how do I avoid this? But you've got to do it, right? So you know you're stuck in the situation, and what do we find ourselves doing? We find ourselves over analyzing it, trying to use really big words around it, trying to maybe make ourselves sound more important in the messaging, or trying to soften the blow. But whatever it is, we're just like layering words and words and words onto this message to try and like shift the energy of it or try and shift the outcome in some way. But what happens? The other person looks at you and goes, "What? Like, what do you want?" I don't know. The messaging gets lost in all of this confused energy you're throwing at it. So, what's my advice for you in this, in these difficult conversations maybe you need to have? Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss, right? But instead of stupid, we're going to replace it with silly because I'm not into that negative self-talk thing. So, keep it simple, silly. Sounds too good to be true, right? So how can you take your message and turn it into this keep it simple mindset? There's a few things. First of all, I want you to write it out. Write out the thing that you want to say. Seriously, from beginning to end, whether this is going to be an email or this is going to be a direct conversation. Write it out, and then I want you to cut those words in half. Literally, cut them in half. If you had a few sentences, whatever, it was 20, 30 words, cut that down to 10 or 15. I guarantee you, your message can be delivered in half the amount of words that you're writing down. And with that, you get a much more clear and concise message that becomes so much easier for the person that you're speaking to understand and therefore to connect with you and to feel you and to get what you're trying to say to them. After that, I want you to say it out loud. Practice communicating that message. This is just like rehearsing for a play. You know, when you go to a show, see a show on Broadway, this isn't the first time they've rehearsed those lines. It didn't sound like this. The show wasn't that good the first time they went through it. So if you want to get the best results, if you want to have the best communication, that's going to take practice. And what better incentive do you need to practice than a really tough conversation? Practice and you will get better results, guaranteed. And if you really want to track your progress in this, record yourself doing it. I mean, I'm recording myself doing this right now, and I usually don't get these in the first take. So, record yourself doing it, see what you're doing well, see what maybe you need to change to better connect to whoever your audience is, to make a more clear and concise message, to get it to them the fastest, clearest way possible so that you can move forward or you guys can get on the same page. Because isn't that what you're going for anyway? This connectedness? Help yourself connect with them by taking these simple steps to keep it simple, silly, in your communications. So, how do you think that this KISS model could work well for you? Or where have you used it before in your life and had really great outcome? All of these stories can be really helpful and encouraging to everyone who is watching these videos, so please share your story in the comments section of this video. Have any more suggestions? Feel free to throw those in there too. Remember, keep working because you deserve to be your best self and live a life that you truly love. Thanks for watching.